Coming up on Good Morning Wilmington Live. 5th District Councilwoman Bregetta Fields is back on the plaza to talk about the next Homebuyers Program and her recent community award. Plus, Vice Chair for the 2022 BMW Golf Tournament Committee, Meghan Adams stops by to talk about this week's 2022 BMW Championship. And Dr. Aaron Weaver is on the plaza to talk about the new primary care office opening up in Newark. Be sure to tune in Monday, August 15th at 10 a.m. right here on DETV.
Good morning, Wilmington. What's going on? I'm your main man, Big I. After talking to town, Mr. DETV, with my lovely co-host,
Vincenza. Good morning, Wilmington, and good morning, Ivan.
Good morning, Vincenza.
How was your weekend?
It was amazing, and I have to say, let me just start off. I went to a wedding, Jeremy Hubble's wedding. Okay. Oh my gosh, it was one of the best weddings that I ever been to. And you know, here at DETV, what we like to do is like bring people together, right? Bring different cultures together so they can experience what the other side of the fence are doing or living or whatever, right? And that was exactly what happened to me this weekend. I went to the Jewish Community Center. They had their wedding at the Jewish Community Center in the back of the amphitheater. Okay. And it was so much different than a black wedding, right? But what really did it, you can tell their love for one another.
Aww,
it was
so
potluck, nice. Bring a chair if you want to sit in the grass and listen to some music.
Very nice,
They sang to each other, they sang to the baby because she's pregnant. Man, it was freaking amazing.
And the weather was perfect.
Oh, picture perfect.
Perfect. So I'm there are the photos. I see that everything looks so beautiful, and that's so nice.
Yeah, it was simply, nice. it was something like from a movie, like the movie The Notebook. One of my favorite movies, right? The Notebook. So I was really, really happy with that. Because the weather was nice. I saw you was on the water.
So I spent the day at the shore.
Nice.
I went crabbing.
Did you?
Yes. I like spending time with family. You know me, right? Everybody
right.
that knows Vincenza knows that I love spending time with my family. That is my way of relaxing and de-stressing. And that is a perfect segue into today is actually National Relaxation Day.
Is it?
So
well,
I started.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Get back over here. We just started the show and the week. But a perfect segue into talking about National Relaxation Day. I started celebrating that day yesterday. I guess it's become a tradition now that I spend time with the family on Sundays, but more so we always designate one day in the summer to go crabbing or fishing. Okay. And it's so relaxing.
Wow.
Just renting a boat and a small little pontoon boat, nothing crazy, just something very, very small, and it's just an opportunity for us to be together and just sitting on the water and just hearing the ocean, the seagulls, like it's so relaxing. And I actually had a moment where it was so beautiful with the sky, the sun was shining, the sky, the clouds, everything, that I just took in that moment and appreciated that. I am so grateful that I was able to be here today with my family, doing the activity we were doing, but also just being able to be together.
Right.
And appreciating that moment. And it was truly relaxing. So I spent the Sunday crabbing and celebrating National Relaxation Day a day early.
A day early.
So how do you relax, Ivan? Do you relax?
Yes, I do. I do. And thank you to, what's the name of it? It's on Media, Pennsylvania, a spa. It's a day spa. I used to go all the time, and I'm actually going to start going again. Right over the line.
On Route 1?
On Route 1.
Joseph Anthony.
Joseph Anthony. Oh my God. Joseph Anthony's Day Spa is calling my name.
That's a very good spa.
I'm trying to tell you.
You picked the best one around
Hey,
town. Well, it's more of a retreat, just to clarify. It's more of a retreat. It's a very different experience for those that may not understand. It's not just like any other spa salon. It's more of a retreat, very different experience. You can't really get around here. You would have to travel pretty far to get that experience.
Yeah, it is. It is literally get naked, take your clothes off, and go, and my floor director is over there.
You don't have to get naked.
It's an option, right? It is an option. But they give you this beautiful robe, right? And some slippers.
And some slippers.
There's some slippers. every time I go in there, they be like, so 15, Mr. Thomas? I'm like, yeah, 15. And they have it, right? But it is a beautiful. It is a beautiful.
It really is.
Have you ever been into the brine room?
Yes. Actually, that's my favorite part of the experience because it's actually, I've looked into the breathing brine, and the brine room is very healthy and detoxifying. So I actually would go there just for that room.
And they give you champagne while you're in there in the brine, so that doesn't help either.
You're really celebrating
Relaxation Day. Party time. Joseph Anthony. Don't worry about it. I'll get you the bill later.
But at least you know that that's your outlet. That's where you go to unwind, de-stress, and it's really important to have that outlet, whether it's going, spending the day at the spa or spending the day at the shore or working out or spending time with family. Whatever it is, it's really, really important to make sure you allocate time to relax because it's an opportunity for you to reboot the mind.
There you go.
And it's very good for your mental health and then come back even stronger.
So what I want to know is, what did you do? Are you watching this from your cell phone, tablet? What do you do? Put it in the comments. What do you do to relax or to just rejuvenate? Put it in the comments. I would love even to have some more opinions because it might be something else I might do. That might be the thing. I might pick one and just go ahead and do it.
That's a great idea.
You know what I mean?
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments and Tims and I will do it.
As Yvonne told me. so effortlessly, but no, please definitely put in the comments. We're always looking for new places. Also suggestions for an opportunity to relax.
Yes.
So.
And speaking of relaxing, I know that's just a wrong segue.
No, it's okay.
Speaking of a good show.
A good show.
We have 3 amazing guests that we have today. You ready?
Oh, yes. So I am very excited to chat with Councilwoman of the 5th District.
That's right. Is she here? Is she here yet? There she go. Miss Bregetta, did I say it right? Bregetta Fields is in the building. Every time I say her name, she throws something at me, right? She's like, "You gonna learn today," but she is here, and I'm anxious to talk to her about this Homebuyers Program that you sponsored. Can I say that? Can I say sponsored?
Yeah, you can say that.
That she's sponsored, and it's helping a bunch of people in the community. Nice. So I can't wait to talk to her. Who else we got, Ben?
So we have Meghan Adams, the Vice Chair of the 2022 BMW Championship. I mean, this is big.
Oh,
This is huge for Delaware, huge for Wilmington. If you don't know, you need to know. The BMW Championships will be held this week at Wilmington Country Club, which is the second of 3 events in the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup. This is big for Delaware. This is big.
They said over 130,000 people will be in the city this week alone. Can you imagine how much revenue that'll bring to the city?
I think it's what we need. It is what we need. We need more events like this, and I understand that to all the residents, it's a little bit of an inconvenience, but
Suck it up. Suck it up.
What it does for the economic growth and what it does for just the small businesses. I'm very excited, even at my restaurant, all the local eateries. We're very, very excited. We've been gearing up. We're already receiving reservations. So if you wanted to dine out this week, my advice is to really make a reservation. Because
where should they make a reservation?
V&M Bistro, vmbistro.com. It is less than 15 minutes from Wilmington Country Club. Don't think I didn't do the math. Very easy parking, free parking. No, but please check out all of the local eateries and support all the businesses. If you are coming into town to join and attend the BMW Championships at Wilmington Country Club. So we're very excited to talk to Meghan about that.
And what is the signature drink at V&M Bistro?
Limoncello Ice Martinis.
Make sure you ask for that limoncello. What is it?
Ice Martini.
Ice Martinis.
Ooh.
You need to call Margarita.
Get her in here shaking up some martinis. And then last but not least.
I'll get the drum roll, you get an introduction?
You got it. Dr. Aaron Weaver is here to talk about First State Direct Primary Care. Very excited to chat with him. He was the first one here. He's ready for this interview.
He's here, right, because he has this thing that they created, right, to help the community. Because it costs so much to go see a primary care, and once you hear what he says, I swear to you, I think everybody in this room is like, you know what, Dr. Weaver's my doctor.
Excellent. We're excited to chat with all 3 of our guests, but we have to take a quick commercial break.
All right, let's do it.
So we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Coming up, Councilwoman Bregetta Fields.
DETV has been Delaware's premium provider of creative digital and broadcasting solutions that bridges communities and connects people. We create great stories for all audiences. We deliver independent news throughout Delaware. We are digital platform innovators. And we develop marketing and sales solutions so you can stay connected to your audience. Now, why do we do what we do here on DETV? We do it because we care. So, keep watching and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Remember, DETV, online, on air, on time.
Every issue that you care about.
Every issue that I care about.
And every issue that affects our daily lives is impacted by one simple action:
A vote. As the Delaware Voting Rights Coalition,
We stand ready to protect and expand access to voting.
Because our communities deserve a democracy that works for all of us.
learn more and join us at aclu-de.org/DVRC.
Government doesn't make a move without an agenda, some type of plan. The problem is we haven't been on the agenda. Sometimes we're overlooked. Sometimes our interests aren't the interests of those in power. I'm your host, Kerwin Gaines, on DETV's new show, The Agenda. We're going to do our best to ensure that you, Delawareans, are knowledgeable about what's going on in the Assembly. Federal government, local government, it doesn't matter. We're going to do our best to ensure that folks that make the agenda on a daily basis have to answer for it. Let them explain what they're doing. If it affects you, it's on the agenda.
Good morning, Wilmington. Welcome back to the Plaza. Look, Vincenzo, I'm super excited because, you know, the information that we give the community, they can really use, and they've been using it.
Yes, they have.
You know,
Yes, they have.
So thank you for all your letters and your calls and seeing us in the street and stopping us and telling us what we're doing. It makes us do it a little bit more.
And they do stop us.
Yes.
It's funny. Since I joined Good Morning Wilmington, I'm stopped all the time. But that's such a good sign because that means the community is watching and there's a need.
Yeah.
And there's a platform, and we're very, very fortunate we're able to give individuals a platform to speak on what they're passionate about and what they're doing amazing in the community.
And what happens, Vincenzo, is, and people at home that are watching, like people are really making changes from the information that we're giving.
Yes.
Like today, if you're looking to purchase your first home and you don't know how, am I correct?
This is correct.
All right, and if you need information or just step-by-steps or people that just help you, Councilwoman Bregetta Fields is here to talk more about the Homebuyers Program. Workshop. Thank you so much for coming, Councilwoman.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
And you are not new to Good Morning Wilmington.
No, I'm not. I'm still waiting for my little plug. You know, maybe I get like 3 minutes or something. I could do something about 5th District. You know, I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there.
I know the guy. I got a guy. But please tell us, what is the Homebuyers Workshop?
Okay, so myself, along with my community partners, Pit Pass Development, we seen that there was a need for home buyers, first-time home buyers. Now we know that, you know, throughout the community there are a lot of home buyer workshops or programs, but this particular program, it starts you from the beginning and you go all the way to the end. So, you know, you get your credit together, we get your finances together, we make sure you have all your paperwork, and once you complete the entire program, you are eligible for the lowest interest rate that they can get you.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the benefit. So if your credit isn't all that great, we're going to help you work on that. Sometimes we can fast track individuals who have good credit. They already have all their paperwork and things together, and we can fast track them in like 6 months. But sometimes it may take you up to maybe 12 months, maybe 18 months. But we are like really pushing to make sure that they get these homes. We're not just having a workshop just to say, hey, quote unquote, we're having a home buyers workshop. No, we're working with the individuals that want to actually complete the program. Nice. So once a month, we meet with them at William Hicks Anderson Community Center or wherever we can find a room to just talk about, have you talked to your counselor? What paperwork do you need copied or faxed over? Where do you see yourself? You know, like if you're having difficulties, we give them that prep talk too. So, you know, it's not just, we're just not leaving you there. we're pushing you. And actually the program is called Pursuit to Own. We're pushing them to own their own home.
Nice. Love it.
See that? So, and that's really, really important to have those resources available. And we all know how difficult it is to maintain a good credit score.
Yes.
It only takes one mistake. That's all it takes, really.
Yeah.
One mistake, or you forget, and it takes a long time to get back on your feet.
Yes, it does.
So
but also, Vincenza, think about the people that weren't taught about credit or finances, and it's a lot. Myself, I didn't learn about that till like my 30s. You know what I mean?
To be honest with you, Ivan, I feel that they should teach it in school.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I wasn't
Absolutely.
taught this in high school.
Finances should definitely be taught
Oh
in
yes,
school.
it should be required.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned the hard way.
Right.
And thank God I have my parents were able to help coach me and mentor me through. But I learned the hard way, so I had to make so many mistakes to learn, which wouldn't have been nice if they taught that in school at the high school level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So you had the first home buyers workshop.
Yes.
How was I saw that on social media. How was that turnout?
It was absolutely mind-blowing. So we put it out maybe like 2 weeks before, the date. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, I don't even know if people are gonna come or whatever. Like, I was just panicking. We had over 200 people show up at this first-time home buyers workshop that was at William Hicks Anderson Community Center. Over 200.
That's amazing.
It was crowded, and it was actually crowded in the gym. Like, we had to have chairs aligned around the side. And I was excited. And my whole thing was to, you have people that come from Delaware, you have people that come from New Jersey, Philly, and you want to just see, like, if they're willing to buy into the city of Wilmington.
Right.
And that is my goal, to buy into the city of Wilmington, because the mayor has put up this initiative for revitalizing the neighborhoods, right? So why not prepare these individuals for these new homes and these revitalized neighborhoods? It all works together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, doing that, we found like there were like 25 people throughout all those 200 that wanted to purchase homes within the city of Wilmington. So what we did, we took that group of people, and that's who we started working with. But now this next home buyers workshop that's going to be at the Chase Center on August the 27th from 10 to 3, we tried to hold the registration off for the Wilmington people or the Delaware people a little bit longer before we allowed other people from out of state, because we kind of want to just focus on Delaware and then Wilmington as well, because if you purchase, the city of Wilmington has a program. If you purchase a home within the city of Wilmington, you get $15,000 down payment towards, to your down payment, excuse me. But it's requirements that you have to meet. But I would like to say just about everybody could make those requirements. Yeah, so you get that. So that's a plus for moving into the city of Wilmington, and just knowing that hey, Wilmington is rebuilding. We are revitalizing what we have here. Yes. So that's just I'm gonna say the hype. That's the hype for me.
Right. I see you're excited about it.
It's just the hype for me.
But it's important that you're excited about it, because
Yeah.
if you're not excited about it, who's going to join? Who's going to want to move into Wilmington or stay here?
Yeah,
Right.
That's
And it's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
It also helps the small businesses,
Yes.
and I'm a firm believer in supporting our small businesses.
Absolutely.
So we need to keep everybody here, not leaving
Right.
Wilmington. We need them to stay here, so it'll help the small businesses, the local eateries in the area, as well as the neighborhoods, and revitalizing the area. So amazing what you're doing. You're just,
you.
well, obviously a community leader.
Yes.
And now, how long have you been in office as councilwoman?
I've been in office for 2 years. That's
2
it,
years.
just 2 years.
Was it something that you had aspired to become, or it just happened over the years?
Francesca, I'm going to tell you right now,
Tell me.
my mother and my aunt pushed me to do this.
They did.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due.
Her mom and aunt was huge in the over West Side.
Yeah.
Huge.
It was just something that was taught to me, community outreach, community engagement, caring about your neighborhood, trying to rebuild the neighborhood. So that was just something that was taught to me. And they both took the community part, and I just took it another step, and went the political way. But it's all good. I mean, I'm still doing the same thing. To me, a politician is a politician, but I'm an activist for my community.
Okay.
An advocate. Let me take that back. I'm an advocate for my community. Yes,
Nice.
I like to advocate for
There
my people.
you go. There you
Not
go.
an activist, an advocate.
the first group of people that you spoke to at the workshop, the 200 people, do you believe that they received a good information
Yes.
To move forward in purchasing?
Yes. You know, it's funny because I receive emails because I handed out my my business card. So I get emails, phone calls, even the office, the city council office. If they can't find my card, they know to call the city of Wilmington office, and I'm getting like emails. Please call this person, Homebuyers. Please call that person.
Wow.
So, you know, the thing about it is they did receive it, but sometimes we get complacent with where we're at, and we just need that push.
Right.
So when I do find the time, and I do, like people like, oh, you knocked on my door. Yeah, I'm knocking on your door, and I'm calling you to find out, well, what do you need from me, or how can I help you, or who can I direct you to that's going to help you a little bit better. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's all about, you know, having that passion. Again, I'll keep telling you, my passion is for the people.
Right. Right now, I have on my show notes, it says something about a community awards, the first ever.
Yeah.
So what's this all about? Tell us all about this. I mean, you're obviously very busy.
Yeah, I am busy. So, but I love it though. So, Mo Anderson and Chris Parson, known as Pop,
Yep.
They're very well known throughout the community with doing, I don't know, like basketball, community things. And they called me, they said, hey, Bregetta, we're going to do this. We want to do something at Helen Chambers. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll set it up for you. They're like, oh, but we're going to award you too. I'm like, for what? And he was like, for doing things in the community. And I'm like, nah, I don't need an award. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm good, you know, just make sure you take care of everybody else. I'll make sure I set it up. So they still telling me, okay, well, you got to get this award. And I'm like, for what? And he was like, because of what you do in the community. So my thing is, it means more to me than anything for my community. The people that I see when I walk to the Fresh Grocers, when I might go to the McDonald's, or if they see me riding up the street, for them to notice, like, hey, she is actually representing us, but she's here with us in the hood, in the area, in the district. That's what I do. I ride around and I make sure things are good.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
that's so amazing that you are very, very hands-on. You're not just sitting in an office hiding.
Right.
Because there are individuals, and you know, we're not here to point fingers, but there are individuals that think that you can accomplish your job in an office.
Can't do it.
But when you're a community leader and you're an advocate for your community,
Right.
and you have a position in the political world, you need to be hands-on in the community, showing face, knocking on doors, which you are doing.
Yeah.
And that's really important, because how will you know what the community needs if you're not out there finding out?
And not just being out there, but being born and bred in that community. That makes a difference.
It does.
That makes a difference. When they, like you said, when you're going by 4th Street, you used to walk through 4th Street McDonald's at 16, at 10, at 9, at 8. You know what I mean? So now when they see that, oh, this councilwoman, but they know you as Bregetta.
Hey, Bregetta! I'm like, hey! I'm like, I'll be back. I'll be back. I got you.
All right, so I just got this. It says, ask about the college trunk drive partnership.
Oh, yeah. So, Suite 411, which is a hookah and bar lounge, along with myself and some other community partner sponsors. We are doing a college student care package giveaway this Saturday on the 20th. It's going to be start at I think 10 or 11 until either all the supplies is gone or until 1. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have food. But we're just giving these care packages to students that's going to college. I mean, some of them are already left. But my whole thing is, and don't get me wrong, the babies do need book bags. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what about those college students whose parents weren't able to give them a trunk party, who weren't able to have a graduation party for them?
Right.
We're just giving them, you know, we want to let them know that we appreciate them. We're glad that they're furthering their education. So, hey, here's a little something from us to say congratulations on going back to school. So, yeah, we're doing a little bit of something. So if anybody has anything they want to put in these baskets to help, we definitely appreciate it.
All right, we got to put a basket together,
Yes.
a DETV basket
Yeah,
together.
That's a
I
great
like that.
idea.
Good
And
idea.
so there's a need.
There's
How
a
can
need.
they send supplies, or if they can't drop them off, or actually say both? Can they drop it off, or can they send the
They
supplies
can
for the baskets?
actually just reach out to me, give me a call, and then we'll set up something to where it's either I can pick it up or Suite 411 can pick it up. But we're willing to go out there and get
Nice.
whatever someone has for us. So we definitely appreciate any sponsorships. But let me just tell you who's sponsoring, if that's okay.
Absolutely,
Okay,
yes.
so we have Councilman Chris Johnson.
Okay.
Councilwoman at large, Maria Cabrera at large,
I love Chris and Maria.
James Spadola, and
James.
Councilman at large, Al Mills.
Nice.
We also have attorney Leroy Tice. We have Del Marvin Power. We have DP&L. We have Past Development.
Right.
And I hope I'm not forgetting. Oh, and we have DSC. They're the nonprofit organization as well.
That's
so,
nice.
you know, I'm just, you know, I guess I'm like my mom. You know, my mom used to pull and plug at people like, hey, I need this. You know, so that I'm picking up where she left off.
Yeah,
so,
and it's different at this level because people are like, yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I'll show her all that.
She paved the way.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. Her mom was huge, and I still need to send you that video of interview that we had of her over on the West Center City area. I remember me being about 10 years old and Miss Trotter, and they'd just come in, and it's a beautiful lady, beautiful. And Mercedes would come in, man. It was awesome back then. So, okay.
Oh, wait, but hold it though. My mom and his mom were really good friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they
it goes way
really
back.
good. Yeah.
Way back.
Okay, when is the next Homebuyers Workshop?
The next Homebuyers Workshop is Saturday, August the 27th. It starts at 10. I think it's over at 3. It's going to be at the Chase Center in the Dravo Auditorium.
Oh, wow.
And I think our cutoff limit was 200. But you know, my thing is, we still want people, if you didn't sign up, we still want you just to show up. We'll sign your name in.
Okay.
You know, we want to get you there. We want to get the people there that are really interested in becoming first-time home buyers. We want to make this work, not only just for them, but for the city of Wilmington, to let them know, hey, we care. Look, they used to say Wilmington is a place to be somebody, right? So Wilmington is a place to be somebody, and Wilmington is the place to live.
Right.
Okay.
Live, play, and work.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is your community camera right here,
Okay,
right?
okay.
You have 1 minute to tell. You can tell whatever you want to tell the people about your district, whatever. It's all you. This
All
is
me?
Bregetta minute.
Bregetta minute. Okay, City of Wilmington. In the 5th District right now, I have 3 really nice projects going on. So in the Hilltop, we are revitalizing the left side of 2nd Street. When you go up, we've taken down all of the abandoned buildings. We're putting some side down, putting a fence up, so there'll be no more of that, you know, traffic of drug dealing and, you know, just those homeless people out there. So we're fixing that up. Then in West Center City, we bought the liquor store that was on Jefferson Street between 6th and 7th. That's bought by the city. We're going to be building affordable housing on that entire block. And then on West Street, on the left side of West Street, where the old, Connections House is, we're going to revitalize that block as well. So there's some big projects coming in West Center City. And also don't forget the Jumpstart program that they just got 7 houses in West Center City. So, you know, listen, we're not moving back. The 5th District is truly moving forward. So, you know, that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not slowing down. It's either you on this train or not. Let's go.
I love it. Councilwoman, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you so
thank
much for
you
this
so
platform.
much.
I really appreciate it.
You
Our
got
pleasure,
it. You
our
got it.
pleasure.
All right, Vincenza, you ready?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
We have to go to break. Is it time for break? Okay,
Yes,
we have to
it
go to
is.
break, and when we come back, we're coming back with
Meghan Adams,
from
BMW Championship.
The champion, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. Do you know how to play golf?
No.
All right, me either. All right, Meghan, we'll see you in a minute.
Next on the Plaza, Meghan Adams.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees have just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready. Woo!
As soon as I got here, I just felt the warm embrace of the community, man. Like, what y'all got going on is wonderful. And no wonder y'all called the work group, because y'all putting that work in. For real, seriously, y'all getting the work done.
We are committed to creating the best Riverside we can with the community, for the community.
Let DART do the driving. DART First State provides transportation that is clean, safe, reliable, and affordable. Plan your trip and get real-time bus information with the free DART Transit app. Scan your phone to pay your fare with the free DART Pass app. So what are you waiting for? Try transit today. Visit dartfirststate.com or call 1-800-652-DART.
Everyone, we have our next guest with us. It's Meghan Adams, the Vice Chair of the BMW Championships. Welcome, Meghan. All right, so Meghan is tuning in via Zoom, so we just want to make sure that we could hear her. So let's just make sure that we have the volume right. Meghan, you hear us well, correct?
I do. Can you all hear me?
All right,
okay?
now we have to be able to hear her. So
I'll just turn the volume up on it. Meghan,
I know.
Quick question. Look, we're super excited here
Yes.
in Wilmington.
Mhm.
And again, thank you for your time.
Mhm. And she's very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you talk to us about what is the BMW Classic?
So the way that it's been described is sort of one of the Super Bowls of golf. There is a FedEx Cup Series. It's a season-long series for the PGA Tour that leads to the FedEx Cup, and the winner of the FedEx Cup wins millions of dollars. And our tournament is the last tournament in the race to the FedEx Cup. So it's a very, very important tournament for these players. It's the top 70 players on the PGA Tour that will be here in Wilmington, Delaware, starting tomorrow.
Yes, we're very excited. I'm very excited as a small business owner in Wilmington. Everyone's talking about it because we understand how impactful it is for not just the state of Delaware, but Wilmington and Newcastle County and what it does for small businesses. And I know that I wanted to dive right into that because of how much of a need it is, especially coming out of the pandemic and having events of this caliber. Because, Ivan, this is a big deal. This is such a big deal for the state of Delaware, and I'm sure you know, Meghan. So what can the, I guess you would say, the residents of Delaware expect in the next week?
Well, I would say if they don't have a dining reservation for the next week in the city of Wilmington, it's probably too late.
It's not too late at V&M Bistro, though.
Okay. But we have, I would say that there's going to be about a total of 100,000 plus spectators over the course of the next week going to be here in Wilmington, Delaware, and the surrounding areas. The main hotel is at the Hotel DuPont, so right in the middle of the city of Wilmington, and the players will just sort of take that one-way road down to the Wilmington Country Club out here on Route 52 in Greenville. But the people can probably already feel the energy and the buzz, like you were saying, around this event. It's a really big deal, not only for the tour, really for our community. Like you said, we have not had a professional golf tournament here in Delaware since the LPGA was here many years ago. And it's the first time ever that a men's professional golf tournament has been here in Delaware. So it's going to be just a great experience, and I hope that everybody has a chance to not only come out, but if you don't come out, to see our beautiful city featured on international television here.
Yeah, I know, because so our TV studio is we were right across the street from the Hotel DuPont, and like when you go outside, you see the BMW pace cars.
Yes, I see
ushering people back and forth.
I see the shuttles everywhere.
The shuttles,
yes,
and it's just a big thing. So it's super exciting. But what I want to know, right? What is the prize at the end of the tournament?
Well, I don't know the exact number. I can tell you that the gentleman who just won yesterday's tournament won $2.4 million for swimming out of it.
How much?
$2.4 million.
Where's my golf stuff at?
I was going to start playing golf as we speak. Before we went to break, Ivan quickly asked me, Vincenzo, do you play golf? And I said, no, I don't. But
we're going to learn today.
But we're going to learn today. But no, all kidding aside, if you don't play, they say that it's more enjoyable to watch and be there watching. So if you wanted to attend, there's still an opportunity to attend. What is the website that they can go to find out all that information?
I would direct you to BMWChampionship.com.
Right.
Super easy. If you just even Google it in your Google search, it'll pop right up, and every information is in there, from parking to tickets and all those types of things. And I would say that the biggest thing to know is that The general parking is at Delaware Park. So there is plenty of parking down there. There's a free shuttle back and forth, but you do have to purchase that parking pass ahead of time. There's no on-site parking available. Parking purchases available. So that's the biggest thing to remember.
And all that information is on bmwchampionship.com in regards to the ticketing, but also the parking, which is very, very important that all of the attendees are aware of. Make sure they find out all the information about parking. I know that on my drive to the show this morning, I was driving by, I was on 202 Concord Pike, and I saw BMW parking, V lot, K lot. So they have parking all the way in North Wilmington, even close to the restaurant. I was surprised how, but they have to, because they want to make sure that it does not interfere with the residents and everyday traffic. So whatever Wilmington Country Club is doing and the BMW Championship partnering together, organizing the parking. I actually know the person in charge of all of this. She's a dear friend of mine, and she, I know that they're working diligently to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch, and making sure that, you know, everyone can get to the event on time, enjoy the event, and leave the event safely. But I have to mention, I've noticed that some of my colleagues in the restaurant world, they've been posting some photos of some famous golfers that are already in town. Yes, I believe the gentleman is named Rory. Is that correct?
Rory McIlroy.
Yes, he is in town. He's already visited 2 restaurants of good friends of mine. So very excited that we have some really major people in the state already. It didn't even begin, but the events do start tomorrow, correct? But so the events start tomorrow, and it goes all the way till Sunday.
Yes, tomorrow is the practice round, so it's actually really your only opportunity to get really close to the players. I would suggest that that's a really nice day to come, because the crowds aren't that large, and that's a great day for junior golfers to come out to see their favorite pros, come out and practice. And like I said, the crowds won't be that large. You can also bring cameras tomorrow and Wednesday, but there's no cameras after Wednesday. That's something important to know as well.
Very, you see, we didn't know that. That is very important to know. So you said no cameras?
No cameras. You can have your cell phone, but just no actual camera.
Understood.
Okay.
And another thing I should mention is this is all on BMWChampionship.com, but just like any other major sporting event, you cannot have a bag with you. It has to be a very small bag, no larger than 6 by 6 inches, or a clear bag, no larger than, I think, a 12 by 12. So just keep that in mind. Even to any major sporting event over the last 10 years, kind of the same rules, but just keep that in mind that this is the same kind of deal.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay, Megan, so everybody knows BMW for the ultimate driving experience, right? We know that. What can we expect from BMW for the fan? What is that experience like?
So I have seen this great BMW fan experience that's right in between the 1st and the 10th hole. So it's right in the middle of all the action, and it's called the BMW fan experience. There's going to be the newest BMW vehicles on display. And there's also going to be what they call a closed room, where you cannot bring your cell phone into, or any camera, if you happen to be here during the practice round. And it has 2 vehicles in there that have not yet been displayed to the public. So you get an opportunity to kind of get a preview of new BMW vehicles.
Nice.
Wow, that's really neat. That's really neat. So I actually have a friend who is an avid golfer and is totally obsessed with the BMW Championships and the PGA Tour and what's happening in the state of Delaware, that he's actually volunteering to be a marshal. And do you know what that is? Okay, he's volunteering to be a marshal. I believe it's on the 13th hole. He was telling me all about it because he loves golfing. And I reached out to him because I wanted to make sure I understood what was happening, because I didn't realize what was happening until about 2 weeks ago when Matt Meyer, or maybe 3 weeks ago when Matt Meyer posted about it. And I said, wait, this is happening in the state of Delaware? This is huge. So I know that my friend, he's excited to be there, and there's a lot of volunteers, from what I understand, that are coming together to make sure this event is going to unfold successfully. So could you share a little bit about that as well?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? It's a little bit loud in here. Can you still hear me okay?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So there's over 2,000 volunteers that are coming from all over the East Coast and beyond to come to volunteer. Some of the volunteers come every year to volunteer for the BMW Championship. But most of our volunteers are actual local volunteers that have given up their personal and professional time to come here and do this. So we really could not run this event without the help of all of our great volunteers and people that are willing to do this to help make the championship a success.
Beautiful.
Awesome, nice.
Yes.
Megan, look, we understand you're busy and everything. You got a heck of a week ahead of you. And look, thank you so much for giving us in Wilmington, Delaware, your time to talk about the BMW Championship. We're super excited. And look, go enjoy, and we'll check you out throughout the week.
Thank you so much for having me, and we look forward to seeing you all out here.
All right, have a good one now.
Thank you, Megan.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
I can't wait. I can't
Yes,
wait.
no, so excited. So if you wanted to find out more information, make sure you go to bmwchampionship.com to find out all that information about the BMW Championship being held here in Wilmington, Delaware at the Wilmington Country Club. There's still ticket opportunities. Just make sure you go to the website and make sure you understand the parking directions and also no bags. They are very, very strict with that, and no cameras. They're very, very strict with that as well. Super excited. So have fun, everyone.
All right, all right.
Yes.
And you know, we have our own Errol Cooper that's going to be there from Eastside Golf.
Excellent.
That's going to be at the Wilmington Country Club. So super excited. All right, let's take a break.
Yes.
All right, because I'm going to go work on my putt. Homeboy got $2 million yesterday. I'm going to work on my putt. All right, we'll be right back after this. Good morning, Wilmington. And we have Dr. Weaver coming up.
Yes.
Oh, you're going to change your personal care physician after this interview. All right, we'll talk to you
Stay
in a minute.
tuned. Dr. Aaron Weaver is up next.
Putt.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Storman's Classic Hall of Fame inductees have just reached here. We're going to induct 100 people, and all the conversation around the state is going to come to a halt because we're going to induct 100 guys and girls on September the 29th at the Chase Center at 6 p.m. Be there. Also, most of these folks participated in Storman's Turkey Drive. It always happens the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Be there, Storman's Classic 100 Basketball Hall of Fame. I'm ready. Woo!
How did DETV start and how did you get here?
DETV started approximately 10 years ago in the basement of my home. I had an idea to show people of color doing great things, but what happened was I got to the point that I said, I'm gonna just show people all together doing great things. The motto and the moral was to bring people together instead of using media to rip people apart. And doing that, you know, I just did a lot of hard work, a lot of free stuff, a lot of things of just showing people being themselves. I figured that media, and I saw that media wasn't doing that, so I just decided to give it a shot, not knowing that it would bring me to where I am today. I had a great journey doing it, met some amazing people, did some amazing things, worked on some amazing projects, you know, and with just a lot of hard work and a bunch of sacrifice, I'm here today. I done worked on everyone's campaign in the state of Delaware, and now, you know, I'm just doing what I do and doing it with friends. My biggest accomplishment right now would have to be this, hands down, without a doubt. We want to make sure that we inform the community wholeheartedly. So again, they can have all the information that they need. For more information, you can find us at detvch.com. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook under DETV. Be sure to check us out. Tell me what you think.
All right, welcome back everyone to Good Morning Wilmington. Our last guest here on the plaza is Dr. Aaron Weaver, the owner of First State Direct Primary Care. Welcome, Dr. Weaver.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, we're excited to have you. So before we jump into First State Direct Primary Care, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a primary care doctor, and I'm originally from central Pennsylvania and moved down to Delaware. My wife is originally from Delaware, so that's what brought me here.
It'll do it to you every time.
Exactly, yeah, like any good Delaware relationship.
Yeah.
I was brought down here. So yeah, And it's been fantastic. I've lived here for about 12 years now.
Nice.
And so I did my medical school training at Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. And then I did my residency in family medicine at St. Francis Hospital here in Wilmington.
Okay. Nice, nice.
So you know the state fairly well by
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I'm pretty familiar.
Excellent. Well, so what made you want to get into medicine?
I really think just honestly helping people. I know it sounds a little cliche,
No, it doesn't.
It's important.
but for me, it was really my father was a big motivation for me. He is a Methodist pastor actually, and so we moved around a lot as kids throughout Central PA, and I just saw him. Every time we moved, he just engrossed himself in whatever community we were in and became a part of that community. And I saw the way that he touched people's lives and just genuinely helped people. And I also had an interest in science and in medicine. And I thought, you know, primary care is kind of the best of both worlds there, in that you are able to take care of people and also provide them with a really valuable and needed service.
So, okay, I love how you did that. All right, I love that story. So how does that encompass and interweave, right. with direct primary care, with what you created, like what you've seen and witnessed from your father and community to now medicine?
Yeah, so I think just to go back a little bit in my career, I was an employed physician prior to starting this company. And so I worked in traditional healthcare, so to speak. And what I realized is that there are a lot of barriers to care, and there are a lot of people that get in the way between the patient and the doctor, and all these third parties. And really what I mean is, you know, insurance companies and health systems and other third parties that kind of put themselves between you and your patient. And it's frustrating on both sides. And so what I really was in search for was a different way to deliver care, where we really kind of restored the doctor-patient relationship. And by contracting with the patients directly, we work for them. You know, I work for you now. I get paid by you. I don't get paid by an insurance company. And what I'm able to do is that it just pulls off all the restrictions, and I'm able to have longer visits that actually run on time. I'm able to go to people's homes without worrying about, am I going to be reimbursed? Is it going to be covered by their insurance? Because I get paid directly by the patient. And it's great.
Hold on, Doc.
Yes, yeah.
You mean to tell me you leave corporate, just to say, we call it corporate, you leave corporate because you see the system is broken and go and create another system?
Yeah. I mean, this has been
done before
across the country.
Okay.
There's a couple practices in Delaware, and so, but really, I want to make this something that, you know, changes the way that Delaware does primary care and has their primary care delivered. And one of my visions, and I was just talking with the councilwoman during the break, is to, you know, I'm in Newark right now, but is to have this in different communities that need accessible and affordable health care. And so that means Wilmington, that means Newcastle, that means Claymont, et cetera.
All right, give some of the viewers at home just an example, like we talked prior to.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example. So our grand opening is September 5th, but we're kind of a soft opening now during the month of August, where we're seeing a few patients. And I'll give you a perfect example. A patient called me. I was actually getting, I can't make this story up. I was getting honey grow. I was driving. They sent me a text first, a secure text through our electronic medical record, and sent me a secure text which popped up on my phone and said, hey, knee is really hurting. I think I'm going to go to the ER. I called them immediately. This is 7:30 at night on a Saturday night. I called them and talked to them for 5 minutes, got the history, said, hey, I think you're having an arthritis flare-up of the knee. No need to go to the ER. Let's get you some prednisone, right? Just based on her history, that's what worked for her, so we get the prednisone. She took that, and for a couple of days, and pain subsided greatly, avoided an ER trip, which the average ER trip in Delaware costs $1,500. Okay, cost of that prednisone, 40 cents. Okay, the cost of 40 cents total for the amount of prednisone that she took, 8 cents per pill. She took 5 tablets.
Wow.
So, yep.
So you're able to, this is obviously a very different experience that you're offering.
Yep.
That it's not, you have to go through all these other avenues to get to the doctor, to get to the care. It's very, how would you say, almost like a VIP kind of a service, like a direct call to the physician and an immediate care right away. Now, you are still accepting, but are you still accepting patients?
Yeah, absolutely.
Facility? Okay, you are.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're enrolling patients right now. They
all
can,
ages?
All ages.
Okay.
We see newborn through everybody, basically. We take care of everybody there.
He's going to stop accepting after this.
Yeah.
You're going to be at my list. Remember us?
and so, but I want to touch on that actually about the VIP level service. So, and because some people were kind of confusing it with this concierge medicine,
right? I've heard of that.
and thinking that it was just unattainable for so many, and it's only for the elite in our community. But it's really not. What we've done is created a clinic where everybody can afford a monthly payment. For adults, it's $55 to $75 per month based on your age.
Wow.
So for less than a phone bill, you can have access to primary care, and that's without visit fees. That's without copays. In-office procedures that we do, like an EKG, to check your heart, spirometry to check your breathing, et cetera. That's included in the fee.
Wow, that's really an amazing service to have, to offer.
I'm sitting here speechless. I'm like, wow.
It's very, but I think it's, you're right. People get confused with the concierge services that it's not attainable, or they don't have the funds to have that type of care. So this is very affordable, especially someone that may need a physician a lot, because they have health ailments and they need to call their primary care doctor for whatever reasons, but it's good to have that as so easily accessible. And I think that's what's important, because you're right. All right, I'm going to the ER because I don't know what I have. I can't get in touch with my doctor. They won't call me back, because that has been something that has been an ongoing problem. And we understand the pandemic has really put a dent into the healthcare world. It really has. And it's caused a lot of practices to fall behind, and they can't call you back.
Right.
They already couldn't call you back before. Now they're not really calling you back, so that's a problem.
Right.
So you go to the ER, and then, like you said, $1,500 later. So that's really incredible that you're offering this. So you're still accepting patients.
Yes.
How can they find out information about your new business?
Yeah, so they can call our office phone number, which is 302-722-7082, or they can go online, firststatedpc.com. And they can find out all the information they need. They can get in touch with us there. And you can even enroll online. To be honest, no more sitting in the waiting room filling out that paperwork. Our enrollment and health history and everything is embedded in our website securely, and it goes right to our electronic medical record.
Right. And your website is pretty much straightforward. Why is transparency? Why is it so much? Why does it mean so much to you?
Well, because I think that, I've experienced the healthcare system, even not just as a doctor, but as a patient. And to be honest, this goes back to before I was even in medical school, where I didn't know, I had to get an MRI, and I didn't know what the price was. I thought I was going to have to sell my Hyundai Elantra to pay for the MRI. But we experience it every day. I hear stories now every day about how I got routine blood work done, and I was just praying 3 months later that the bill would be acceptable and low enough. And I'll give you another story. Yesterday, I got a message from a patient of mine who just said, "Hey, I just have terrible insurance coverage. Even though I have insurance, I have really high deductible, and my basic labs were $416. That's just for your blood counts and your blood sugar and your cholesterol." And I said, "Hey, I actually looked at the bill and I said, let me give you the price that we can get for you. Straightforward, before any blood is drawn, $22 for the same blood." So that is in a person that is mid-30s. And so if you get that blood work done once, twice a year, that more than pays, the savings there more than pays for the membership, you know, to the practice.
Right.
And in addition, you get high quality primary care.
What do you think, Dr. Weaver, that this model can do for marginalized communities?
Yeah. Well, I think that it can give them, you know, access that they've never had before, for a price that I think anybody can afford, any household can afford. And in addition, decreases the utilization of the emergency room, of the hospital, of the urgent care, where there is so much disjointed care that goes on. And in fact, or in turn, I should say, can make the community healthier.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. This is true value-based care. All right. This really is, because we are not concerned about just having this patient mill where we have to see 20, 30 plus patients a day. I've done that before and spent 7 minutes on average with the patient. This is where we use all of our innovation, whether you have to come into the office, whether we can see you on a video, whether we can just handle something via you sending us a photo.
Right.
We want to give you the most value.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing what you're doing and offering this resource in our community, and you definitely need to expand into Wilmington.
Yeah.
And Claymont all the way, actually Newcastle County.
Yeah, might as well just
or the whole state, might as well.
We're
We're manifesting this for you because there is
thank you.
definitely a need. There's definitely a need to have that care so easily accessible to you, and for $55 a month, I think that's very much attainable versus the visit to the ER, the $1,500 bill to the ER. So.
And so you mentioned small businesses too, and that is something that we already work with several small businesses that have signed up their employees. You know, we're absolutely open to working with employers because a lot either, you know, they can't afford to offer their employees medical coverage because the premiums are so high. And so it's a good alternative that can work with, you know, a major medical, it can be paired with a major medical, you know, coverage by the patient to save it for the big stuff, the way that insurance was intended to be used, the way in America, how we use every other form of insurance. Is to save it for the big stuff, for the catastrophes, to avoid financial calamity. That's it.
You have to come back, Doc. We have to. We're gonna have to have a health segment with Doc just rocking and rolling.
Just like the doctors, right?
Exactly.
Anytime.
All right. This is your community camera right here. Go ahead and let them know what you want them to know about First State Direct Primary Care.
Oh my gosh. Well, number one, just thanks for listening to me this morning. But I am so excited about this clinic and what we can offer you in the community. And so if there's anything that you need or you feel that I can offer you in terms of primary care, please reach out to me, give me a call. This is not a posh concierge medical practice. This is a practice that I started out of the trunk of my car and a UPS mailbox. And so I'm here to work for you, the people, and to give you the best value for your dollar.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Dr. Weaver, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys.
Really
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. All right, Vincenza, you ready?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
Another beautiful show.
Another wonderful show. I mean, again, always learning something new in the state of Delaware, not just in Newcastle County and the city of Wilmington. In the state, all these resources, all these incredible people doing amazing things, but also events and exciting things happening. So we're so happy to have Councilwoman Bregetta Fields, Meghan Adams, the Vice Chair, the BMW Championship, and also Dr. Aaron Weaver. Thank you so much for your time. I know we have to close out the show here. And we'll see everyone
on
Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Special thanks to our sponsors, Dart Transit,
Wi-Fi,
and
Balance Strength and Fitness.
There go Kaylin again, doing the funky chicken. All right, we'll see you on Wednesday. Good morning, Wilmington.